Waiting for Facebook to connect with Zoom. So if you can hear me at this moment, I'm in the process of connecting with you. I'm recording already on Zoom, just in case if you can see or hear this, because you never know with these things anymore. So let me see. Let me just quickly get in here. And that's not what I was looking for. So that one. Okay. This is going to be a little unusual here. So let me just bring this up over here. Okay. Over here. Let me see. I'm going to, here I am. All right, everybody, I'm going to rely on you to let me know if you can now understand what I'm saying. Hello, Joanne. Joanne, let me know if you can hear me clearly now. We're having a problem with audio before. Because I had an audience earlier, but I was sounding like a chipmunk. So nobody could understand me. Thank you. Okay, so I finally had to restart the whole thing all over again in order to fix the audio. Was the only way. So I'm glad to hear that you can hear me well. Good. And so let's resume the program properly. So again, welcome everyone once again to March Madness 2 and Metaphysical Communion. I am DeAngelis Colon. I am the host for the program. Sorry for the late delay, but I was on earlier, but unfortunately the audio was not working. I sounded like a chipmunk and nobody could understand anything I was saying. Thank you to those of you who are watching me. I hope you're going to come back here to the program. So thank you for letting me know that my audio was in terrible shape. So as I told you, as I typed in the chat window, I was going to shut down the system and bring it back again. And hopefully that would correct the problem, which it obviously has. So hopefully you're still on, and we'll get to see if you are reconnecting with me once again here. So I'm looking in the chat window. And thank you, Joanne, for confirming my audio is working properly. And we'll just wait for the others to rejoin us, and then we'll have our program. So apparently I have a feeling it has to do with the weather tonight. It's a lot of wind over here, at least where I'm living here in New York City. And it's gotten very cold, also this evening. But I think it's the wind more than anything else that may have affected the audio. Everything else, was working perfectly. I got in and everything seemed to be normal and looking fine. And then I was hearing from all of you out there that the sound was not coming through. So sometimes weather has, some incredible effects on electronics. But we're here. And we're finally up and running 100%. And I know I have snow here too, Joanne. We had snow since early, actually. It snowed and rained a bit this morning. Then it went for a while. It seemed to be clearing up. It almost seemed like the sun was going to come out later in the afternoon, like after 2 or so. Then it kind of got gloomy, as they say, dark and cloudy. And then just a little while ago, we had snow. Coming down also. So we've got a nice dusting of snow in the street here, a bit icy it appears. So it looks like some people are home basically because of the bad weather, and what's apparently what they're forecasting that there's going to be even more of a winter storm coming later on. And some people hopefully are out. It's a Saturday night after all. It's pretty good. So I know that there's some people that are out and about and out having dinner, going to events, visiting one another, whatever. Lovely, lovely. Good to see that. Just hope that everybody's safe, getting back home, because it may turn, kind of nasty later on, as they say. So tomorrow they're predicting it might even be even worse than it was today. We'll see when we wake up in the morning. Anyway, that's my weather forecast, for this evening. As for now, Just waiting for more people here. Right, the same thing, Joanna, I know. I know it was something else. Luckily for the Eyes of Learning, last night, the weather was good for them there. I was on their live broadcast on Zoom, and there was, understood, like 30 people, there at Levittown Hall last night, and a good 25 or more people on Zoom, including me. So we got to see the programming, last night, and at least it worked out well for them weather-wise, and systemically they had a little bit of a problem too over there with sound. So I have a feeling the weather may have something to do with these things this weekend. However, we're here now, things are working right. And we're going to have a program this evening, a little later than I want to start, obviously, but at least we're here. I'm just waiting for a few more people to rejoin us once again who were on earlier. So I'm going to see if they're here. Marianne, how are you? So good to hear you. Oh my God, it's been such a long time. And I see my Long Island people. My friends from Long Island are out there this evening, tuning in. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's see, I had a few other people out from Long Island too, which I'm just waiting for them to, to come in once again. I wasn't gone that long. I told them I was going to be back. So hopefully they're, staying tuned or looking for me, and see if we can join me shortly. So it is March Madness. As I said earlier, we're going to do spot readings, for the whole month of March and other things. So we'll do intuitive readings. We'll do hopefully mediumship. If any of those in spirit come by, open up, cross the veil and wish to connect and communicate, we'll get some messages to come through, from them also to you, and other things that may come up as well. It's March Madness. It's crazy. You never know what's going to happen, as we saw earlier this evening. The unpredictable is the only thing that we can really expect. And the planets are in good alignment. So talking a little bit astrologically, we have a pretty favorable month for March. Astrologically, we have a lot of planets in Pisces and in Aquarius at this time, which is very, very fortuitous for a lot of us. Apparently, Jupiter is working beautifully at this period, along with Mars, Venus, Uranus, and Neptune, also very important, in the next few weeks. It's starting now, especially in April, is when that Neptune is going to move into Pisces and conjoin or become conjunct and work beautifully also. So it appears that the months of March and the months of April are going to be very favorable for all the signs. We're going to have a lot of good luck. Our moon on the 18th will also be very fortuitous, as well. We just passed our new moon on March the 2nd, which was in Aquarius, and that was in a good place. We also had Mars coming in, joining in with Jupiter, as well as Venus coming in the next day, or working in Aquarius. So they are working beautifully with us right now. Also, we had the luckiest day of the year, which was March the 5th also. So all the signs were blessed in whatever house that fell into. That was their strength. That was going to come in beautifully. I know that for me, I am a Leo, so these aspects are going to work very favorably for me in my 8th house of other people's money, finances. So apparently I'm supposed to expect some tremendous windfall coming my way. So for all the Leos out there, just be aware that money from secondary sources, whether it's a big, inheritance, something unexpected, perhaps some opportunity relating to work or job or whatever, will bring in a nice amount of money, of cash, coming in, a good flow, for us as Leos. If it doesn't happen that way, it will be, let's say, some opportunity that may come up. It doesn't necessarily have to be right now either, but it may come in within the next few weeks. It has a very strong influence for the next few weeks. It started on March the 2nd, obviously, and new moons have the power of 2 weeks to bring in their results. And then that'll move us into our full moon on the 18th, which brings more, good energy, for us. So anytime this month or even to 6 months from now, with this particular aspect, this type of experience regarding, again, for Leo, money will be very, very fortunate, very lucky, for us. So finances are everything. So let's see what happens. I still haven't experienced anything yet regarding a major, money gain or so, but let's see what happens. I know I'm going to be paying my taxes, shortly. Like I have to call to remind these people of my appointment, which I made since last year. So let's see, perhaps it will end up for me in that way, where I'll get a good, return, this year, from my tax refund, or else in some other way. It's very open right now. And there's a long window of when this can come in, a matter of weeks. And for the other signs, wherever these aspects fall, you will be very fortunate, as well, here too. Okay. So let's see if there's anybody else joining us here. So far, I only see messages from Joanne and from Marianne. I'm waiting to see if the others, have found me again, or hopefully just didn't go off to something else at that point, or tuning in. So give it a few more minutes. If not, we'll start, with readings. That's what we're here for after all. But I'm glad I was able to provide that bit of astrological, forecast for what's currently happening and where the planets are. We have Mercury also going to be joining in also into Pisces a little later on this month, because right now we're March the 12th, so we're still heading towards the middle of the month. We're still early. And we're here at the end of winter, also. So it's very interesting how this particular season is playing out weather-wise, as they say. We have some days that seem to be close to spring and even inching up to summer. We had 70 degrees a few days ago this week, which is really more heading into summer-like weather. And then suddenly it drops the next day or so, from 30 to 40 degrees difference. And then we're back in bone-chilling winter, once again, as we are today and this evening especially. Last I saw was 26 degrees. So astrologically speaking, we have the planets very favorable, for all of us. Mercury will also be, part of that experience as well, going into Pisces. And right now we are in Pisces here, and Pisces lasts until March 20th. And before we then go into the new zodiacal year, which begins with Aries. So that'll be another big changeover, plus spring, which happens on March 21st, also this year. So let's see how that, manifests and how the weather will be. Will it be more like winter? Will it be more like spring? Will it be in between? The weather, as the world is right now, is completely unpredictable. We never know what to expect, anymore. Even from a psychic point of view, it's very malleable. It changes from moment to moment. And we're not really sure how things are going to turn out right now. My one forecast, for this evening relating to this, to how things are going to be in the world right now, are relating to the pandemic situation. As we see, things are improving. It seems that finally that window is starting to break, and we're moving really more into the positive, which is a very good thing to experience. And it seems to be going along very well. And I have a sense of things intuitively that things should progress in this way. There is another variant where they're looking at already, by the way, okay? I just happened to see that earlier today or yesterday, that they're looking into this new variant that is suddenly appearing. So we have to be very aware, of that it doesn't interfere where it causes another damper on our progress from the last few weeks. But so far, things are moving in a very, very positive direction. And as long as there's not a kink in this, we should continue in that way. I do feel that within a year, we will finally be in a space where we can really go out and not really be so cautious as we currently still have to be, where we can perhaps even not have to rely so much on masks anymore. And we can go out, really be with one another in groups and not be worried that we're going to become a contagious experience once again, as we've had been in the last few weeks or so. Though it is improving greatly here, at least in New York City, and some other areas too. I heard that unfortunately China is having a bit of an uptick, as they say, with the virus once again, but that could also be because due to the recent Olympics that were there in Beijing, and currently right now the Paralympics are currently at full blast. This is the final weekend for the Paralympics, so there's a lot of people over there that normally are not. So I know that there's a bit of concern there with a bit of an upswing with the virus right now there, that area of the world. But at least we see that there's a reason why also. It doesn't just even come out of nowhere. So let's see how well they are very strict and very disciplined in handling the virus there. So let's see how quickly they can take care of this and minimize this, as fast as possible. So we've had a little bit of a world prediction here also, a little bit of the state of things in the world right now. So let's see what else is here. Who else may have appeared suddenly? Okay, we have Sherry. Good evening, Sherry, and good evening, Michael. And there's Stephen. Hello, everybody. I see you've all joined us here this evening. Very good. So it is 9:47 right now. I want to keep this at an hour, here. I do believe I start like around, 9:20 or so. So we'll stay till like about 10:20 just to keep it even. It's getting late. Unfortunately, we had the issue with the audio this evening that delayed me a good, 20-something minutes or so. And so we're going to keep the hour as promised for the program. And let's begin. You have your questions or so, whatever. I'm going to open up and tune into spirit as I'm speaking. See what comes in. Anyone has a question or concern, you start typing it in and we'll start connecting for you. So let's get cracking. I have the chat window up and running. I feel spirit already rising and opening up. As I open up here, I have a lot of spirit help here this evening also, which is a good thing to experience. Let's see what we can do to be of help to you out there, okay? So I'm just waiting on you to give us our first question for the evening. And we will do the rest from here. So let's give it a moment. Perhaps one of you or a few of you are typing in as I'm speaking. We just move up a bit over here. Good, we have an audience. And here we go. Yes, you can, Stephen. Let's see what we have from spirit for you. I have a lot of help here, this evening. And let's see who or what or whom may come through, for you here. I have a father figure, here that is presenting himself gradually, here. What I mean by a father figure does not necessarily mean that it is your father, but is someone who is like a father, presence, here, coming through, showing himself, offering support. This is someone that you knew from childhood, as he's showing himself to me here. He's giving symbols of childhood. Symbols of perhaps this is a gentleman who took you to the movies when you were small. You had that kind of relationship. Or so, because he's showing me symbology of that and showing me the theater and showing me the movies and showing me the popcorn that goes with that. So this is to me symbols of someone who knew you from when you were small, from youth, doing good things for you, offering his support, to you. Of course, he's in spirit now, still watching over you, offering you a lot of support, because apparently you need it. I'm not saying that in a way to be, I'm just being honest here. He knows that you are in need of a lot of support and caring. He's definitely showing that to you. I don't know if your grandfather, if you're saying that this is your grandfather, was someone who wore gray shirts and was known for this for some reason. But he's presenting to me like in a gray shirt. So if that rings a bell, I don't know if that was a costume, a uniform that he wore for some reason when he worked. But he does show that to me also. And so be aware of that. But he is offering you a great deal because you need that, a great deal. So he wants you to know, this gentleman wants you to know, and I can't solidify for sure this is your grandfather, but that he is very, very, very much as close to you now as he was when he was with you here in the physical plane. Watches you, supports you a great deal because you need a lot of support, a lot of understanding, because you necessarily don't feel that people understand you. And sometimes it makes you feel a bit isolated and alone. And he was someone who, is letting you know this. And this is the message that he's giving you. He's an understanding of you, that you do feel that way. Sometimes you feel to yourself that people don't really understand you, but he understands you. That's the thing. And because he understands you, that's why he's there, close with you. So you don't feel that you're alone. And he is with you and he's guiding you. And whatever plans, whatever ideas that you have for your future, because you always have some sort of plan or idea percolating in your mind. But it's just getting it off and running that is sometimes a bit of a difficulty for you. So what he's telling you is that you have to make up your mind for what you're going to decide that you want, and you have to go through it. You have to stick with it and really proceed and do what you're wanting to do, instead of having an idea, this and this, and then proceed a little bit and then kind of stop or fall back because there's a disappointment that happens. Things don't work out quite the way you want immediately or so. And then you kind of get discouraged and you just let it drop and you give it up. So what he's offering for you is stability. He's saying that you need stability, and what you need to do, you have to make a good decision of what you want to do, and then just move on. And no matter how difficult it is or how much difficult it may be to get that started or moving in that direction of what you want to achieve, but you got to stick with it and don't just drop it when things don't really work out quite the way you want, because it's for you, it's taking too long. It may necessarily not be taking so long. It's just it requires time, it requires patience for what it is that you're trying to do or what you need to do in your future. The endeavor that you want to do, the work that you want to do, the project, the idea, but you've got to stick with it, not just drop it when it doesn't seem that it's going to go, because it's going to get too difficult, too hard. So it's about, his message to you is staying with your plan and going through it and working through it until you start to achieve, and don't give in immediately when it doesn't work out right away. And just get up and continue and do it again. Don't give in to disappointment. You're still very, very young, and you can do this, and you can achieve, you can move forward, you can break through and move forward, but it's hard. It's not easy. Nobody's guaranteeing that it's easy. So do what you need to do and stick with it. He is there, supremely close to you. He will guide you, and you will hear him if you're quiet and you listen through his inspiration. You may have to do a few things or whatever you don't feel comfortable to achieve what you want, but nobody said it is easy. Do what you need to do. If it's a project, if it's writing in some ways, it's creating something, just do what you need to do. If you need the money for it, whatever, find the way, but find it right. Don't give up. He will be there, for you. but you've got to really be attuned and listen for his guidance and feel his support. So that's the message for you this evening. For Sherry, let's see, Sherry, moving along, because we have a few people here. We have a short period of time here. Let's see, Sherry, for you, as I tune in here. All right. All right, Sherry, for you, I'm seeing here, it's about engaging, relationship. You're welcome, Stephen. I just saw your message. It's about relationship. It's about improving relationship issue. That's what's coming here, for you. It's about coming together and it's about enjoying yourself with another. It's about getting out there and connecting. Get away from the worries, get away from the problems or whatever. It's about connecting with significant other or significant others if you don't have one. It's about connecting and becoming more personal and speaking. Once again, get out and enjoy one another, because there hasn't been enough of that. And it's about improving the communications, for that. And I see, the symbols, of that, having a dinner together, getting out there and just talking, enjoying one another, reconnecting, getting away from the problems and the difficulties in part, but do speak. If there's things that have to be talked out, do it, but do it in an environment where it's just one-on-one together, not with having the distractions around you, not at home. Go out to dinner, go out to date, go out and connect, enjoy, connect to make this happen, make relationship happen and better. Reconnecting is important, doing it the right way. That's what's telling me about here for you. And it's about finding love in that way once again. Love in the way that you want it to be, the way you're used to having it. Reconnect in that way. Also, there are things about money, because we're talking a lot about money earlier as well, finances or so, and opening up to those things, working out the finances in a better way, strengthening that also, doing what you need to do to work that out, putting things in order to help your finances improve, work it out, financial problems or whatever, find the way to work what you need to, put it in a special place, and then also grow. Money needs to grow. You have to do things for making the money happen. There will be things that you're going to think of to do to make the money happen. Connecting with people, connecting with things that can help you get more money. Job-related issues, connecting with those who can help in expanding money for your financial well-being. There are things and projects that can come up in that way that can help with that. That's the second message for you too, Sherry, focusing on that too there as well. Moving along, let's see. Michael, I think you were next, right? Okay, let's see what we've got for you here. So I'm trying to move along the way people have asked, for messages or so. So Michael, let's see. For some reason, I'm feeling a lot of music around you right away. As soon as I saw, your request, I felt a whole bunch of music coming around. And almost like a big band or so just around me all of a sudden. So there's that whimsy. You're welcome, Sherry. There's that whimsical energy for some reason that you have with you. Very musical, very artistic in a way. You're very supported by a lot of interesting energies here, very dynamic, a lot of movement. I don't know if you're a musician or something relating to music or the entertainment, because there's a lot of that here, and they're showing me a lot of that. They're right behind me, actually. I feel like there's almost like a band playing behind me as well. And they're showing a lot of boisterous and dynamic energy for you, which is very good. It's very healthy, actually. And you're someone who's always very active, apparently, and needs to do a lot of things, a lot. Very, very like alive, also, as they're making me feel, for you. And also very magical as well. So there's a lot of energy of magic and spiritual with you as well, as I'm getting a sense here. So I know you've connected with me before in the past, before. I know you've been on my page a while. I just don't know really anything about you, really, or at least I don't recall anyway. But there's a lot of mystical energy, with you, and a lot of whimsical movement. And you're somebody who likes to do things and needs to be busy and doing things a great deal. And a lot of strength and power in your energy, also, which is very good. I see a lot of positive feeling, here, because I'm suddenly seeing a big smile appear in front of me. And, or at least as I see it visually. So, a lot of good dynamic energy. Once again, that's a key word for you, dynamic, because it's movement, being busy. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation. And a lot, you like to be busy, you like to keep doing things, and you need to continue to do that, because that brings in a lot to you. It brings what you put out, brings a lot of good things to you as well. You're also very helpful of others. You've liked helping people for a long, long time. It's what you do. And that, is a good thing, because that has brought you a lot of good experiences to you. A lot of good people have been very good to you also. There have been who have not been so nice to you, unfortunately, but that happens with a lot of people. But there's a lot of people that have been very good to you. Friendship and loyalty are very important to you, very important. You have friends for a long time, for decades, that you're still very strongly connected with. You value that greatly, and they value you also. You've all helped each other a great deal, a lot of times. I'm seeing for some reason a white shirt all of a sudden, almost like a white t-shirt, blowing somehow a bit. Like, I don't know, there's some significance of something here for some reason. And as I am speaking, I see that appear all of a sudden. It has a lot to do with friendships or so, too, with you. I don't know, this is some kind of like thing you do for some reason, like some sort of event or something that has to deal with this in some way, some kind of thing or whatever. But I see a lot of that happening here. And suddenly I'm seeing the horses and the horse races also here for some reason, raceway here for some reason. So are you someone who likes to bet on the horses, Michael? Because I'm seeing this here too. I see a lot of pageantry, I see bands, I see work, musical work for some reason, here. And I see for some reason like this raceway or so, and horses for some reason, and some sort of event relating to this also in some way. So there's a lot of that going on here. And I keep feeling like Louisiana. I feel like New Orleans type of music playing with me now here. A lot of that type of sound and tone and whatever, a lot of that. So here we go. I'm seeing a lot of that all of a sudden here. So let's see. So we got that going here in a big way. I don't know if you're like somebody who likes that type of music, like Dixieland type of stuff or whatever, but it's very joyous and very boisterous. So I'm getting a lot of that going on here. You like the lottery, don't we all, darling? So if you play the horses or do something with the raceway, honey, just, keep at it. If you don't, they're showing this message here for you. So it's something for you to look into, perhaps. Maybe with the Kentucky Derby, which is coming in the not too far future, you might want to consider that, okay? I don't usually say to people, you know, bet on horses or whatever, but this is what's coming through for some reason. So, so good fortune is coming your way in some way in relating, and this can also relate to money, and that's been something I've talked about this evening, obviously, about finances, and good luck with that for a number of us. So here's an energy here that focuses on that for you, you know, too. I'm also picking up a woman who's suddenly appearing to me on my left. So this is someone from the past, you know, for you. And this is a lady who's a little bit more sedate. Now the energy suddenly starts to become more calm, a more sedate type of person. I pick her up on my left-hand side here for me. And someone from the past. And this is a lady who certainly was not with all this energy of, you know, party and this and that, whatever, but more of a quiet type of energy. And more of someone from the past who obviously has been gone for quite a while, relating to you. This is very odd, but she's holding like a pitchfork, like a golden pitchfork for some reason, in her right hand. I'm seeing her. I'm doing the same position that she shows herself. So it's very interesting, and it indicates something more of a person who, of the farm, of the South. I'm picking up the South energy for some reason, someone who worked with their hands a great deal. That's the impression that I get. This is a hardworking lady and from the past, and it shows that, you know, in that way. And she just shows a golden pitchfork for some reason, which is very odd. That's something that you usually, again, with horses. For some reason, the horse symbology is working very strongly with you this evening. I know this lady had a farm or something of that sort, but pitchfork usually means you know, pick up hay with that on a farm. So, and she's showing a golden one. So gold, of course, indicates, you know, wealth, financial well-being. And for some reason, Michael, you're going to have some luck somehow with money in some way that comes to you. And it's not a small amount of money either. So just be aware. Let's see what happens for you here, because that's the second symbology. But I'm getting this lady that appears on my left, you know, a calmer energy, older energy, at least the way she presents herself to me here is on my left, which means past. And so this is a matriarchal type of energy that's with you and that shows herself. And okay, I know you present a flag for some reason. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Your dad's name was Belmont. Well, isn't that something else? Okay. Isn't that interesting? Yet I see a woman, you know, here with this symbol. So this is good luck for you. So get ready. Financially, things look that they're going upward for you, okay? So good luck to you with that one. Let me know what happens in the next few months or so. Let me see who else is asking for something here. Trying to follow the list as they ask. Joanne, yes, Joanne. Okay, let's see what comes through. You have such a strong connection with spirit, Joanne. And you're welcome, Michael. Thank you as well. Joanne, you always have such a strong connection with spirit. And we know that you have people with you from the other side greatly. That has been such a big help for you. Even in times of trial, when you felt like you've needed it the most, you know, they've always been there for you. And here, let me see what comes through. All right. Well, there's a few messages for you, Joanne. Let's start with what I got first. Yes, definitely there's a gentleman in spirit that is with you. There's also a woman also in spirit as well too, who are definitely with you a great deal. You know who they are. You connect with them regularly. They connect back with you also too. They're always with you there, 1 and 2 especially. There's a few more also there. They're also telling me something about watch the food that you eat. So you have to be mindful of your diet, okay? That just came in through also here. You need to eat better, healthier. They're showing me there might be some issues here relating to certain foods that you've been eating or so whatever that are not the best for you, not making you feel healthy, well. So you need to like look into that and alter your diet, a bit. Focus a little bit more healthier stuff that will help you feel better, feel physically better. You'll feel a change, an improvement. You're there, okay? So diet is very important because you may have been feeling a little and that's part of the reason we haven't been feeling as good as you should, because there's an issue there that needs to be readjusted and relooked at as well too. Let me see what else comes through. Definitely the gentleman is with you. Definitely the lady is with you also. There's a few more also too. There's about connecting with other people or so. Be mindful of a few people who've been a bit problematic or so. You want to try to like distance your energy, from them, okay? You don't need to get involved in their gossip or their problems, to such an extent. The best to keep their energy separate from yours. And I just was actually hearing someone yesterday who was talking about that very subject, actually, about who you let into your circle, as he put it. And it's like, having those that that are right for you and similar energies be in your circle, and those that are not, even if they're family or people you've known forever or whatever, but if they're not agreeing with your energy, keep them outside, of your circle, of your energy. I'm paraphrasing him right now because what he said made a tremendous amount of sense and energetically. And it seems to be fitting for you with this particular circumstance here. So you need to separate those people that are not really compatible with your energy, who could be causing stress. You don't need that. And keep them separate from that. Doesn't mean if you have to engage with them, fine, but keep them separate so their energy doesn't impact upon you and really cause your energy to react and make you heavy and drained, as I say a lot of times with people when they face these types of things. You don't want that drain of an energy on you. So be aware of that and keep them separate from you. Don't need that at this time. And let me see, the gentleman definitely works with you a great deal. I do believe we have visited with this gentleman before. It's not the first time I've connected with him. He's connected with me for you. He's come through again very strongly because he's always very strong with you. And the lady also who's here, I think we may have connected with her also from the past as well. So she's here also, offering you what you need to do. And just being, a bit, concerned and a bit strong with you. I was saying, do what you got to do and stay on the straight and narrow and focus on what you need to do here. So Joanne, that's what I provided for you. I hope you're still on, by the way, because I don't see you responding in any way. So I don't know if you've gone out or so, but that message is for you. Let's see who else is asking. We have someone named Rush. So hello, Rush. So let's see what comes through for you. And we're coming near to a conclusion. So you'll probably be there you are. There you are, Joanne. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation there. So Rush, let me see. You're kind of new for me. Welcome. And let's see. All right, Rush, for you, you're interesting energy. You're very different type of energy here. I think you come from a some place far away. I don't feel you being very close in this area. You're from another region of the world. That's number one. There's a different energy, a different feel. For you, I see a lot of the colors of green and kind of like a dark orange associated with you for some reason. And a bit of red and yellow for some reason that comes through. Yeah, I think it symbolizes where you come from for some reason, your area, your people, your culture. It seems to fall into that, number one. And let's see. So I'm picking up on that for you. You have a very distinctive energy. You are someone who thinks a great deal before they speak. You're very wise. You're very mindful and watchful of others. There's a good spiritual energy with you as well. Also, you rely on that greatly. Good, strong intuition. Good in the areas of business and finance, also as well. And wanting to improve and increase on that. So there's issues here of business and a good business energy here, business men wanting to improve upon that, being entrepreneurial with you also, but as well as strongly spiritual and devoted as well too, and connected with others, that way. Improving business is very important for you, very important, and making sure that that is, advancing and growing for you, highly, highly important, as well as your family as well, very important, because I pick up their energy greatly, and you're concerned for them also, and providing for them, also very traditional form of energy, but modern also in the same way too, because we do live in a modern world, and you are also a person who is very open to that. Capitalist form of energies here. And balance is very important. When I see your family and your feeling for your family, I see a lot of pink energy, here, which is love, family, friendship, connection, devotion, closeness, taking care of. Very important, for you. You feel a lot of times that you're on your own, also, here too. But at the same time, the strong connection is there, that yearning, for family and for making sure things are taken care of right, but also for the improving yourself, improving your station in life, and making sure that things come together there. Very important, because you have that energy working with you. Suddenly I see other colors, like textiles and things of that nature appearing, to me too. So I don't know if you're in that type of profession or business or so, or whatever, but I see that kind of thing here too, in making business grow and expanding. Very important, for you. But strong religion, strong spirituality is working with you as well. I see suddenly like a Buddha-like energy, or appear, that's there in the middle of things. Devotion as well, there with a strong energy, for that, for showing and caring and being connected that way too. So we have some things for you, and that you're building and improving on your life and growing, and you need to continue. You're going to continue doing that. You're going in the right way. As long as you're wise and continue, things will be well for you there too. And let me see, we're almost coming to a conclusion here. Hi, Lori, how are you? Good to see you here. And we have a Lisa here. All right, Lisa. So I think you're going to be my last person for the evening here, as we're coming to a close. So lucky you that you appeared. And thank you for joining us here. And let's see. Well, Lisa, let's see. There's a bright light of energy with you. You're very bright and aware. And open eyes, I see here. I see a lot of like open eyes. And an energy that's very like youthful in a way, and just a lot of white light, a lot of white light, like wanting to connect, wanting to have that, and you have a lot of it already in you. And it's like wanting to achieve, that. There's a freshness to you, a young energy, for you. And I see the concern for instance, for children. As they're showing me all of a sudden, I see children and a concern for children, here. And I see a lot of laughter there with children and a lot of movement and activity, here. And you're very welcome, Lisa. So I see children before me. I see her too, which relates to your children of your own family, children that you want, children that you teach. But there's things of that nature showing and learning and taking care of young people, taking care of young children for some reason, or the need to want to do that, is there because they are before you, as I see them before me. And it's about educating others, young people, as well as educating yourself. And you want to know more, obviously, as you said here. Let's see. And it's like there's a lot of new energy with you. You're like, as you said, you've never had a reading, but you're opening up. I think you're opening up more than just because of this. I think you're opening up to new things in general, new ideas, new experiences also, as well. You want to know more than just the basic. And you want to see more about what's coming ahead in your future for you, too, here. As we're speaking, I'm seeing the word sow, S-E-W, sow and sowing. So when I see that appear, that's a symbol for me that indicates, first of all, creativity, wanting to, to expand in new things, but also an energy that there's someone with you from before, a female energy. I see. That's what the children thing is about, because they're there and you wanting to connect and be there, for that, thing there. And with children and connecting. I just saw your latest message here. And I see what you're going through here as well. But I see there's new experience, what is coming for your future. Even before I saw that, it's about your future and what's coming ahead for you. And I see a lot of new things. You're looking for new opportunities, new things to come. But as I was saying a moment ago, there's a sowing, and it's literally sowing, which indicates a person, usually a spirit, a female, from the past, who is there connecting with you from the past. A grandmotherly type of energy or so, an aunt type of energy or so from the past, that is there for you, being very strong with you, supporting you a great deal, wants you to think a great deal before you do, also. And you need to put things in place. What I mean by that is you need to organize what you're planning to do for your future. You need to stabilize your life, because obviously right now you're going through something that's not the most stable, obviously, big change, is with you. But you have to start thinking and doing about stabilizing where you're at currently and what you're doing in your life right now, and organizing things, making some big decisions, here for you, because the future is open right now for you. There's a lot of uncertainty. Even before I saw this message, I saw that you're trying to build a future, but for yourself, separate from the children thing that I saw or whatever before. It's a future for yourself first, and having that in place. Yes, I see. Well, it's about building your life and putting it in order. And that's what you need to do now, making plans for what is it that you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And that's the thing here. You have to have a foundation of where you're heading. You may not, I don't think you even really know exactly what you're going to be doing in the near future right now, yet. things feel a bit up in the air for you. But this woman is showing to me, and the message for you is about that you do have support. We have you. I have you. And that she's going to help you stabilize your life and put things in order. You know, what your plans are going to be, what you're going to do, how you're going to work, the type of work you want to do or improve upon, foundation of what you need to do for the future, improve things, you know, also. And that's what you have to look at here. And that's the next step here to take. So be aware of that. There may be a new job in some way, also a shifting of a job also here in some way too for you. Be aware. Maybe a secondary job besides a job, if you currently have one, a secondary source also at this time period or in the near future. Something in addition to what you're doing now to, again, to have put your life more concretely, to put you in a better space, in a better place, so that you have a foundation, so that you can build your life on that and have stability that you need right now and for the very near future. That's what the impression and the intuitive message I'm getting here is for you, is not to fall apart. And you don't have to either. It comes through in that way. So we have that going there. All right, and I'm going to do just one last reading, and this is for Tia, who just came in. And hello, Tia. Thank you for joining us this evening here. And can you see anything? Okay. Well, Tia, let me see. The chaos. I'm getting a sense of chaos, you know, here. And it's external from what I'm getting impression. The thing here is that there's a lot of chaos going on here for you. And you've got to like somehow find a way to center yourself. Center yourself, and all this noise and all this stuff around you. So it's got to like, you've got to like find your center and move away from that. And don't let all of this external stuff, you know, get the best of you, and play with your thinking and your mind. And it's like, try to separate from that. It's difficult to do, but try to like quiet your mind, bring yourself back to focus, become grounded. It may seem very difficult to do, but it's what you have to do so that you can see the situation clearly. Because you're letting all your emotions just, it's like a big whirlwind from what I'm seeing here as I'm presented. And the emotions are just all over the place. It's not letting you think properly. So you've got to like get a hold of your emotions, ground yourself so that your mind can be clear, and make yourself come back to you once again, and not go into this, you know, tirade of experience or so that you can then see things clearly once again. It's going to be hard to do, but it's the only way to get through this part one. Then once you can get yourself grounded and see things as they are, separate your emotions a bit and become a little bit more logical and objective, then you can see the situation more clearly here and then handle it right and do what you need to do. And as painful as it is, if wrong was done to you, which it was, then you need to find a way to handle that and do what you need to do to help yourself. First of all, whatever way that it is necessary, you need to separate from that, see it for what it is, get the help that you need for yourself. And it's about, you have to honor yourself, honor you. Never mind about the others or the other whatever. Honor yourself and don't let that get the best of you. Take charge of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. Do what you need to do. You don't need to be hurt like that anymore. And that needs to be gone. And get the help that you need if you need help from others or from other persons or person to help you deal with this and heal with it and take charge and control and do what you need to do to take care of you and do what is right for you, because you are valuable. Not always. We all have ourselves. The only person that we can really truly rely on, Tia, is ourselves, no matter what. Okay, no matter how many people are around us, no matter how much family, how many friends, what relationship we have or don't have or whatever, no matter how good it is or whatever with someone particular or others. The bottom thing always here is that the only person you can ever really truly rely on is yourself. First and foremost, that's for everyone. No matter what situation they are in, good or bad. You could be in the best relationship possible, but when it comes to it, the one that you have to rely on the most and count on is yourself first and foremost, no matter what. You have to be good to you first and take care of you first. You are the most important. That is not being selfish or whatever, or hostile or whatever, or uncaring or hard or whatever. Not at all. You have to take care of you first and love you first and value yourself first before you can be of value or be good to or for anyone else or others ever. That's the most important thing. You are the most important person in your life, always. That's number one. You have to be number one with yourself also, no matter what, always. You are the one that you have to love you first. If you don't love yourself, honey, like RuPaul says, then who the hell is going to love you? Okay? So always remember that. And that is so true. You are the one that counts first, and you have to be good to you, and you have to take care of you first. Then the rest follows. And then you'll see how you can be better and for others. And you appreciate that more, and they appreciate you more too. And again, it's not selfish or whatever. It's just the way you need to be. You are you. Nobody else is you. So you have to take care of you first. And the rest will flow from there. Always remember that will help you get through this at this time. I assure you. And Lisa, will you ever be happy again? I'll leave you with that. In time. Give it time. Don't expect miracles instantly. But you do what you need to do, and you come out of it, and you give yourself time to get through this and put things together. You will. It doesn't seem that way at all at this point right now, but you will. But it's going to take a while. And the same for you, Tia, as well. Give yourself the time. As you're going through this, but it's nothing lasts forever. And this will pass. And once you have your clarity and your sense of self back, you will see. And then in time, that will be. And as everyone here goes on their journey, the best is to come. This all passes. And you have the opportunity for the best to come to you. Yet, always remember that. You build your existence, you build your future. It's up to you to make it happen. That's it. And at this point, everybody, we're going to conclude our March Madness readings for the evening. Thank you so much for being here, all of you, for joining me. I hope that we, and when I say we, I mean the spirits that presented themselves, the loved ones that came through for all of you, those who came through for you were helpful to you in offering their messages, their guidance, their confirmation that they're with you. They're going to be with you throughout all the experiences that you are going through. They are with you, and you are never, ever alone, ever. And you will always have their help with you. All you have to do is just be quiet, open, and listen. Listen and feel. And you will know, and they will let you know it, and you will see it. And you will feel it, and you will know. So this was a very busy evening here, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me once again. And good night, Lori. I'll tell her hello right now as soon as we're finished, Lori. I hope, I'm so looking forward to seeing you again, as many of the others once again, hopefully in the near future, where we can come together once again and just see each other and it will be a celebration. It will be such a tremendous celebration. And I'm looking forward to that. Oh my God, I can hardly wait. So, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh, Gloria, good night, Miha. I miss you too. And hopefully we'll see each other again. You're welcome, Joanne. You're welcome, Michael. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being here this evening. And we'll come together again next week. I'm going to be on actually on St. Patrick's Day itself for part of March Madness and to do more readings. And that will be Lucky Charms. And I'm going to be doing charm readings that evening to celebrate the holiday. And that'll be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll connect with spirit in that way. So get ready. Please join me once again this coming Thursday on St. Patrick's Day, for those readings right here on Metaphysical Communion, okay? For those of you who are new to me, please look into my page, the Angeles Colon Transpsychic Express, and see all the information I put out there. It's very fascinating. You learn a lot. It can help you a great deal more. And please join my page, just connect as well too. And share it with everybody out there. The more, the better, for all of us. So on that one, everybody have a beautiful weekend. And let's see what it brings tomorrow. And let's see what happens with the weather here. Who knows? It might be in a blizzard. You never know. Anyway, it's going to be fun no matter what. Have a beautiful weekend and a beautiful week. And we'll come together once again Thursday night, okay? So you all take care. Be well. Have fun. And we'll connect real soon. Bye-bye.